We've got one today that was specifically made for the lower leagues. Let's check it out. This one is called the 4-2-3-1 BK Max Defensive by Bahnzo. The only description that it says is a more defensive tactic for lower leagues. So I am not expecting much from our three teams, well, at least two of our teams in the Premier League of Liverpool and Aston Villa. We will be very interested to see how Ipswich Town in the Championship do, however. But first up, Premier League. And as you can see, unfortunately, it did not do well at all for our Premier League teams. Liverpool in 6th place. They've got Europa, but 6th place, 69 points, only 57 goals for. This was a defensive tactic after all. Aston Villa in 10th, roughly where FM24 believes they should be in the beginning of the save. But they get Europa League, so they must have won the Conference League. But still, 40 goals, 48 points. Neither did very well. Liverpool's domestic cups run really quickly. I mean, they beat Ipswich Town here, but unfortunately FA Cup 4th round against Arsenal and the EFL Cup 3rd round against Manchester United. Out. They actually get to the Europa League final against Sporting after beating Barcelona 6-1 at home. Holy cow. You beat Arsenal, you beat a couple of other teams, but Europa League final 0-3 to Sporting. So overall, the only positive note is that you're in Europa League. I mean, you did get runners-up in the Europa League, but still not very well done for Liverpool. You're out in the FA Cup, Carabao Cup almost immediately. And as you can see for their squad, very few green here like what we're used to. 16 goals for Nunez is about half of what you would expect. 11 for Salah, about half there too. Assist-wise, 18 though for Szoboszlai. That is amazing. Everyone else just kind of dropped off. And hey, look, Joe Gomez got 2 goals this season. Average rating, though, Kelleher, wow, with 5 appearances, 736, but 718 for Szoboszlai. Yeah, he kind of deserved that. Well, Aston Villa getting a trophy. You can see they lose out in the FA Cup 3rd round immediately against Coventry, 0-3. But they have a fantastic EFL Cup run all the way to beating Manchester United 2-1 in the Cup final. Trophy number 1, and you do beat likes of Wolves and Newcastle and Manchester United, so well done there. And trophy number 2 comes after a series of 4-2 wins. The Europa Conference League final against Slavia Prague. Well done. I mean, only a couple of blemishes here and there, but overall, trophy number 2 is a pretty big season for Aston Villa. Now, unfortunately, you've got 2 trophies, which are fantastic. You're out immediately in the FA Cup run, so that sucked. Out in the Premier League, I mean, 10th place in the Premier League. That is awful. You do get Europa League next season, but still, I can't call it an abysmal season, but I can call it a half and half season at least. Not a lot of greens here either. I mean, you've got, let's see, 23 goals for Ollie Watkins, definitely down from his usual. Moussa Diaby as well. Assist-wise, 12 for Ramsey, and that is it. That is not a very big high whatsoever. And then 725 for Ramsey. Man, that's pretty good there. Now, we were not expecting attacking-wise, so we're not expecting the normal attacking side that you see of Liverpool, but dribbling is through the roof. Shots per game is through the roof. Overall, at least they're covering pretty much the Premier League average. And then as we switch to Aston Villa, sadly not so much. Dribbling still through the roof, but everything else really down. So the Premier League stats should be pretty interesting. Most goals, Liverpool all the way down in 8th with 57. Fewest shots against Liverpool in 5th. Most possession not there. Dribbles made. Aston Villa tops of the league, 770. Only one above Liverpool's 769. And then 768 by Chelsea. So that's actually a very close top 3. Most tackles won, not there. Best pass completion, not there. And most shots for Liverpool do come in 3rd. Aston Villa all the way down in 8th. But now this is what I wanted to see. How does it do for our championship side of Ipswich Town in the second league of English football? They're in 14th. This didn't work at all for them. 63 goals, 60 points. Yeah, if you got 10 more points, 13 more points, I guess you're all the way up in 9th, but it didn't work. They did have a pretty good EFL Cup run all the way out, in the 4th round. Unfortunately, Sheffield United out immediately against, as we saw, Liverpool in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. So they didn't do great in anything. I mean, they got to the 4th round of the Carabao Cup, almost the quarters, but, everything else is just really bad. 2 greens in their squad. So yeah, I mean, we weren't expecting much anyway, but 27 goals for Hurst. Fantastic as usual. Do we get Leif Davis assists? No, we don't. Wes Burns with 10, Leif Davis only with 5. And then average rating 7.0 for both Wes Burns and George Hurst. So unfortunately, the championship stats don't really show them much. Fewest shots against all the way down in 7th, and then most dribbles made in 4th, most tackles won, nothing best pass. I mean, best pass completion is the other one in 8th place. They really just are not in the list. So with all of that said, let's take a look at the tactic itself. A goalkeeper in defend is where you start, fullbacks on the left and the right in support, a central defender in defend, next to a no-nonsense center back as a stopper, let's stick with the line here. A winger in support, next to a segundo volante in support, next to a DM in defend, and then an inverted winger in support on the right. An attacking midfielder in support in the attacking central spot, and then an advanced forward leading the line in attack. A balanced mentality, in possession, attacking with a standard, passing directness is standard, tempo is slightly higher, mixed crosses, play for set pieces, and be more disciplined. In transition, counter, distribute quickly, and distribute to the back line. And then out of possession, a mid-block line of engagement, a higher defensive line, trigger press is standard, and prevent short goalkeeper distribution, as well as trap outside. Now, unfortunately, this tactic just didn't work for any of our 3 teams. I am not going to say it's a bad tactic. I'm not going to say that if used correctly. Take a look at it. He doesn't unfortunately offer any instructions, but you can definitely take a look at areas where you can improve. Fit it towards your squad a little bit better. Throw in some individual player instructions. I don't think there were any, and there weren't a lot of instructions anyway to some of them, but throw some of that in. And when you take control, you do your match shouts during the match, you change the tempo, things like that. Do those types of changes, and you probably are going to get better than 14th place for Ipswich Town and Liverpool all the way down in 6th, Aston Villa in 10th. You can definitely pick it up a bit. But overall, for this save, for our 3 teams on a holiday, didn't work. But that is it for me, Sefian FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.